I'm Wendy, and I grew up in an all-deaf family. My parents actually were even Christians. Growing up, I got saved at 16 years old. I've been so blessed by all that I've experienced, but those blessings didn't prevent me from experiencing struggle and sin. In fact, I was in a school where I was the only deaf person in the entire school. I had used interpreters in school, and it actually made a big impact. I was isolated. It impacted my mental health. It impacted my view of God. I doubted who he was. I struggled through so many things in that journey. It made me wonder, why was I here? Why did God make me deaf? Why am I considered disabled? I got very down on myself. In high school, I ended up becoming angry and bitter towards my family. I still believed in God, but I was angry and I was bitter. Let me back up a little bit. When I was high school, after I graduated high school, I left and I was like, I'm done with this. I'm out of here. I'm like, okay, I'm going to college, but where am I going to go? So I prayed to God, I really want to go to different colleges, but I don't want to go to RIT. I don't want to go to Rochester Institute of Technology. I've got family there. I want to get away from them. But all of the other colleges, the doors were closed. And RIT was the only open door. I'm like, God, why? I don't want to be there. If this is your plan for me, I don't want to follow you. I'm not following you. I don't want anything to do with you. And then last year, one of the crew staff came up to me and said, hey, come with us to winter conference. And they're like, it's free, come on. And who's going to turn down free? And I'm like, okay, fine, I'll go. And it made a difference in my faith. Gospel, one of the speakers last year came over to our deaf section and asked for the sign for the word surrender. And so, of course, we showed him the sign for surrender. And he said, thanks. Thank you for coming here. Thank you for representing the deaf. And thank you for making a difference in the community. You have a purpose. And I realized that I have a purpose, that God has called me as a deaf person to reach into the deaf community so that they have access to the gospel of Jesus Christ, that I can spread the word of God through the deaf community. And I surrendered my life and I bowed down to him. I repented and followed him. Now God's led me here, that I get the opportunity to tell the story of what he's done in my life. All things have been impossible, but with him, he can do it. That God has changed my life. I'm so thankful that God shut the doors to all these other colleges, that I could go to RIT and have an opportunity to grow and learn about him. And I would encourage you, challenge you. Maybe you're struggling in your faith. Maybe you're discouraged. Maybe you're not following away from him. But I'd encourage you to follow him and know his love.